think one of the things we see, the more you work on yourself, the more that you focus on yourself, and the less you choose to compare yourself, the higher your energy goes. Like social media, especially on young girls, has had such an impact. As women, you know, everything you see is not real. And I think when we're low in ourselves, we just take on board all the negativity. We don't take on board the nice compliments that people give us, because they can see what we can't see. And depending on your surroundings, your environment, your paradigms are created by what's going on around it. So gradually we are ingrained with either positive or negative. It's as simple as that. What I want you to understand is, if you are ingrained with people and things going on around you, you can almost ungrain and you can reverse it. But the only way that you can do that is by repetition. And sometimes what actually happens is we don't believe that we can change. We always think, well, this is me, this is it, I'm this like this for life. What actually happens is, as we start to change, and I'll use an analogy of, for example, with the fitness that you do. So you might have a lady that starts on your group, has never done any kind of fitness before, and might go for a few days and think, oh yeah, this is great, because the adrenaline kicks in and they go up, 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 and it's all fantastic. But then maybe after, say, 5, 7, 10, maybe definitely by 14 days, they just don't want to do it anymore. They just feel like the motivation has gone, they can't do it. That's because their mindset is pulling them back to where they used to be. You have to be consistent in doing that. What I want you to know is, to change your mindset, it's uncomfortable. But remember, when we're uncomfortable, we are stretching and growing. It's going to feel really uncomfortable, but if you keep moving forward, you will actually find that things start to change, and things start to embed, and you start to see a little tweak of difference. What kind of label are you giving yourself? If you use a positive word, that's fantastic. And if there's a negative word that you might say to yourself, you're labeling yourself straight away with that. Stick with the people that want to know about how well you're doing, rather than trying to pull you down. When people pull other people down, it's because they're already down anyway. Gradually, the more you speak kindly to yourself, even if you feel it's pretend, you're consciously choosing to accept something that is actually going to, in the long run, benefit you more than the negative words that you've been saying to yourself. I think that's why it's so important to set goals as well. You know, it's like those goals, targets, intentions, whatever words you choose to call them, you're putting something out there. So for you to get to it, you have to learn, you have to grow, you have to take rebuff, you have to take negativity. Sometimes people say, well, what if this happens? And I'll go, what if this happens? How you want to feel in the long run is almost like hold on to that, hook onto that as your reason. But it is doing something for the first time, it's always going to be uncomfortable, because you're taking yourself out of your comfort zone. You know, I believe in me, I like me. You might want to say I love me, or you might want to say I'm amazing, because that might be a bit too over the top. But you could just say, do you know, I'm okay, I'm all right. One of my first sentences that I used was like, I'm fine. From being fine, I became I'm okay, and from being okay, I'm like, oh, quite like myself. And now it's like, yeah, I love myself, but I don't shout it from the rooftops. I just feel quietly confident within myself.